Call the meeting to order for the City of Hudson Planning Commission for Thursday, December 10th, 2015. First order of business is discussion possible action on minutes of November 24th, 2015 meeting minutes. Any changes or additions?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3, discussion possible action on
Can we skip down to number, since Jeff's
oh,
here?
yeah, we'll go to number 4.
Four first.
Discussion possible action on certified survey map, one lot, 92.46 acres, located north of Cooley Road and west of Carmichael Road, Hanson Brothers LLC. Mr. Darnold.
And this certified survey map is essentially the parcel that Hanson Brothers 12 is selling to Hudson Homes or MI Homes, depending on timing of the transaction. I've requested that this parcel be termed an outlot versus a lot. The reason I'm requesting that is if it's a lot, then we gotta get into sewer, water, and basically the purpose of the certified survey map is to transfer the property from one owner to the other. Once that happens, we'll still be going through the process of the conditional use permit, preliminary plating, those items. So I'm recommending approval of the certified survey map with the condition that I recommend approval of the certified survey map with the condition that Lot 1 be changed to Outlot 1 and that the certified survey map not be executed by the City of Hudson until the restricted covenants on the Hanson Brothers 12 property is lifted by the City of Hudson. I think most likely this transfer of the property, at least talking to Hudson Homes, may not occur till after the first year, so it's most likely. Now, our consideration is this goes to council, depending if the council meets on the 21st or not, where it'll be heard this year, or where they'll wait till after January 1st. But this, again, this document's basically to transfer the property. You have any comments, Jeff, or?
No, I think you accurately reflected the only thing that, one of the advantages, I think, for the city in doing this is that Hans Hagen and now MI Homes is really the developer that needs to sign the development agreement. And otherwise, you'd have to have Chris Hansen sign the development agreement and then have some assignment. This way it allows the transfer to go to Hans Hagen. They've pretty much dealt with all the subdivision and development agreement issues, so it kind of keeps us out of that, and so that
I
would be
concur
beneficial.
with that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
I will so move with the conditions of Danny's stipulations of the changing the wording to an outlot, and then the verbiage about the restrictive covenants being whatever it is that you said it was, Danny.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, discussion possible action on a request to vacate part of Dominion Drive, formerly Exit 2 Drive, south of Crestview Drive and north of 805 Dominion Drive and 1250 Crestview Drive, St. Croix Crossing and LLC and VB Properties LLC. Mr. Darnold.
I'd just like to introduce this issue tonight, not necessarily ask or request action on it. This issue, again, this is the property of the former Perkins at the southwest quadrant of Dominion Drive and Crestview Drive, and also the parcel to the west, which is the Verizon property. Basically, this 60-foot right-of-way just north of those two businesses was dedicated to the City of Hudson as a subdivision called Exit 2 Drive way back in probably the mid-1980s. In 2007, there was a request to vacate this. The Planning Commission recommended approval of 3 conditions. The Water Utility Commission recommended not to vacate the right-of-way. I provided some additional information for you tonight, some aerial photography that kind of gives you some perspective. It shows 4 different angles of the property, and also where the water and sewer line are within that 60-foot wide dedicated street area. and then where sewer and water are. What I'd like to do is have this issue referred to the Water Utility Commission. So Kip Peters, the Director of the Water Utility and Sanitary Sewer, and I can take a look at this. Depending, at the last, when the Plan Commission looked at it last time, we were recommending approval of the vacation with utility easement, so that the city still had access to the sewer and water. The thing that you need to be careful if you're gonna do that is, if the property goes back to the private developers, when they bring back in development plans, that it's understood that if they put any private improvements over the top of that easement area, then the city has to go in, or the Water Utility Commission has to go in and do repairs to that. They're responsible. And we do have actually, there was an agreement that wasn't signed because the vacation didn't move ahead in 2007, but there was an agreement to that effect. One of the stipulations that the Plan Commission suggested or recommended to the Common Council last time was that if there's ever need for part of this right of way for a roundabout to be put in that location, and I'm really, I don't know if that condition, because that condition, if you're gonna abandon it, then abandon it or vacate it. If we truly feel this right of way is necessary, then we shouldn't be vacating it. As far as a roundabout, I think with the amount of right of way that exists there, we should be able to fit a roundabout in there if necessary. Alan and I have been through several meetings with the Wisconsin DOT. DOT will not pursue a new access. If that access is going to be pursued, it'd be the sole responsibility of the city of Hudson, and they indicated to us that could be $100,000 to $200,000 in investment just to try to pursue it with no guarantee it'd ever be allowed. I still think, just my common sense tells me it's a workable situation, but to try to get it through the federal government would be extremely difficult. So I'd like, wanted a motion just to refer this to the Water Utility Commission. Now, they meet next week, and it'll be too early to get it on that agenda, but Kip and I have a chance, and we can take a look how deep the sanitary sewer is, how much easement area might be necessary. So part of the thing is, do we need to vacate all of it? They're requesting vacation of all. Maybe it could be a partial vacation, not all 60 feet of it. So we'd like to take a look at some of those issues and bring back a recommendation in January for you.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who is requesting this and why?
The owners, because they basically want more property to be able to develop their properties. And that was the reason it was looked at in 2007 by St. Croix Crossings, because at that time they were looking at the Tire Pros facility going in there. They wanted some additional land to expand parking and so forth, so.
They'd like it back.
Pardon?
They'd like it back.
Yeah, basically, anytime it's abandoned, it goes back to the adjacent properties. And so if we don't need it for street purposes, absolutely, do we need it for the water and sewers there? We need to have the easements there, but can we vacate it, reserve the easements, and then allow development with the agreement that they'd be responsible for any coverage of that.
It must be the same as the lines go in front of Iten Chev.
No, actually, if you look at the utility.
Is that under the street?
The utilities are in, part of it, if you see, actually, you come in here, this cuts off at the former Perkins property, but it comes in and it narrows, and then the driveway that goes into the former Perkins, the sanitary line's just on the north side of that, the water line's north of that, so it's basically in the grass area of that right of way. But I think there's good reason why we should take a serious look at recommending a vacation, but I think I'd like to work with Mr. Peters to really take a serious look. And on the depth, I think probably, on the sanitary sewer, I thought I read something in the past history of this, that sanitary is pretty deep, which means if you gotta go in and excavate, your excavation is a little bit wider. So how much of that area may be necessary for that is what we would explore.
I will move that we pass this on to the Water Utility Commission. Is
Just
that
postpone
for
action,
review? And
yeah, until
postpone
they come
any-
back to us with their
I'll
comments.
second
So-
that.
Discussion. You know, I probably agree with you, Denny, and for our traffic flow and everything, it would sure be nice to be able to reopen that exit, because it would help downtown and it would help Carmichael.
Or do you even put an on-ramp there
Well,
again? But the exit, yeah, if it wouldn't stack up too many people and,
but, you know, it's more than numerous times that we've talked about it, and they're just, and if you won't get support from the local or the state DOT, it's really gonna be tough for the feds to approve that.
oh yeah.
I think traffic patterns since that original exit were there, and then the thinking that we're here and seeing today have changed so
Yep.
dramatically that that old exit would fail today with the amount of traffic, noting we've got dual exit lanes coming into the other ones, and so there's not
What do you
enough
work for the
space there.
DOT?
There's not enough space there to do what needs to be done to do it right.
I think there is.
You do?
Yeah, yep, there's plenty of, you know, again, if you double lane it, and there's all kinds of, I don't think we need to talk about it tonight.
No,
'cause-
no, that's not.
But
what-
I just think we need to consider that possibly could happen. Or that, do we want to give up? And again, not sure it still couldn't happen even if we vacated it. So, we have a motion on the table and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Anything for future
Yeah,
agenda?
the other business, staff is still working on Hudson Boat Works. That's the project between Dairy Queen and we've got a meeting with them tomorrow morning. Try to finalize, what's holding that project up is the underground utilities, sewer, water, storm sewer on that project. There was a lot of old utilities in there, some of it's active, some of it wasn't active. You know, it's very hard to identify in some cases where it's even at or where it's going. We literally had it, and not me, but sewer water department had to go in, or sewer department had to go into manholes, you know, explore, shine lights up the, you know, the pipes to see where the stuff's going. The reason we did that, because we didn't want construction over any of those, and then that'd be a concern later on. So we're trying to clean up that. We're meeting with them tomorrow morning. They would like to try to get, if the council would meet on the 21st, see if we can get a recommendation. The only way we would possibly be able to do that is meet maybe next Thursday morning at 7:30 or something. That'd be the only item. But if it's not ready for after that meeting tomorrow morning, I'm not, you know, even gonna suggest that the planning commission review it. But if that meeting goes well, then I'd like to explore the possibility of trying to meet next Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m. and see if we can forward a recommendation for the council on the 21st if they're gonna meet. If they're not gonna meet, then it's you know, we'll just wait till January, so.
Okay, anything else?
Move to adjourn?
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you very much.
49:30.